game featuring the top seed that was expected to be here against a much lower seed that's had to scrape and claw through 3 rounds of playoffs. But all that matters now, 4 quarters of football for immortality and the ultimate prize in the sport, that national championship trophy. Welcome, folks, to Hard Rock City and the home of the Dolphins here in Miami, Florida, as we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. The Hurricanes offense making their way on the field today. And here we are, folks, the last 2 teams standing, battling for a national championship. It's been a long regular season. They have survived a punishing playoff run, and here we go. The trophy is in the building. Who's going to walk out of here with a lifelong memory?
Chris, one of the great things now that we're in this 12-team playoff format and in the national championship is we no longer have to debate who should be the champion. You have 12 teams. We've played it out. We're down to the best 2 teams. Now they get a chance to find out who, in fact, is the best and be crowned the national champion.
Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. Quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and effective.
Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short game.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on 1st and 2nd down, so you force the offense to consistently have to try on 3rd and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense. Cage will have to kick this away. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. Seemed able to bring the returner to the ground. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men who are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with the counter play.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. He hands it off from the gun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the 1st down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
See what the quarterback's trying to do here? He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Fair catch made at the 20. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. First down and more. He's still running. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball to 31.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
Caught is wide open. Look out. Good enough for first down yardage. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
On first down, it's play action. Catch made on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play. Getting set. Here's second down. Throwing off play action. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
I really like the route here, the receiver on the quick game. It's all about timing. Quarterback this time puts the ball behind him, making it tough for the receiver to get back to make the catch.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Takes the handoff. It's Crispin.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it second and medium. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They test the middle to get stuffed. That one goes nowhere.
Great recognition and discipline here by this defense on that touch pass. You know, these touch passes can be a real test on that defense, and they passed this test with flying colors, blowing that play up.
Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
Third down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Across the 40. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, when you can rip off a huge gain like that on a touch pass, it forces the defense to be more cognizant of the pre-snap motion to the edges. Now the pre-snap motion calls should keep that second-level defenders guessing.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. To avoid another punt here in the second drive, they got to convert here on third down. Dropping. back, looking to throw for the first down. Contact as he let the ball go.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
And the returner decides to send a fair catch. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Tough spot here, second and long at the 20. Play fake, looking to throw. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up with the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now run it here against the running back with the ball. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a fourth down now. The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here's the first play of the drive now that begin at the 41. They'll hand it off. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Make the stop after a big gain all the way to 34.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. Positive yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Design quarterback run. Spinning out of the tackle.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down, out of the shotgun. The receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but nice gain. Sets them up first down at the 14.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Buckeyes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They strike first in this national title bout.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it's fielded, but sort of trying to create good field position here. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
We go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Off target and incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the Canes will line up to put it away. Looking to flip the field here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out. Trying to do the same thing here. Quarterback operating an empty set. Looking to throw it on first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts. But the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He makes the grab. And he's brought down just short of a mark for him that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
They'll try to run for it. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the first down.
And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the defense on this play right here? Chris, they go with a draw play to try to take an advantage of an aggressive defense that's pinning their ears to get upfield. But instead, it was almost like the defense was expecting the run. They're not surprised at all. They make a great play.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver, and then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football, this offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day. Now, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Catch made in space. Look out. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. The defense with more pre-snap movement. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The clock is still running. I'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, what a grab! They make the stop at the 25, but it's 1st and 10 for this offense. The Canes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The shotgun handoff here. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the out route. It's a quick tackle, spot the ball at the 11, and a red zone opportunity now. The Canes looking to cash in the red zone. Defensive coordinator looking to bring some pressure. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Catch made by the tight end. Tackle down at the 3 after the catch. The defense up against it now. Timeout is called to duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So here we go. third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up fourth down now.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Hurricanes will come to the line on fourth down looking to convert. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Touchdown, Hurricanes, as they answer with their first score of this title game. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quick throw over the middle. The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag. Pass interference. Defense will have to regroup now after that 15-yard penalty. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the wideout. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this away to get the second half going. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the third quarter. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Offense operates at the plus 46 after that huge gain. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, this RPO didn't work out. The quarterback tried to bounce that to the outside to his left, but give the defense a lot of credit. They're waiting right there for him, and they get him for a loss.
Off the RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. And the wideout goes in motion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down. The Buckeyes pick up enough to get a first down there. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. The receiver grabs it. Plenty space at the 20. Well, the ball's not loose. Ball goes out the side of the end zone. That'll be a touchback the other way. So hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were sluggish in the first half, almost completely shut down. Let's see if they can find a spark now coming out of the break. And he stopped again. They've had patience with the ground game, but just nowhere to run tonight. That's been a big theme. Strong defense there. They stuffs the run. It makes it 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
A play action, looking to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised they went with play action here on 3rd and such a long distance to gain. The defense obviously knows you're going to throw the football, so all you're doing is telling your quarterback, take your eyes off of the coverage and the line of scrimmage.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The catch made. Mighty space at the 20. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Here we go. That huge explosive play has set the offense up in the red zone. Going to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of the 1st down.
Anytime the offense can have any kind of success stretching the defense horizontally, puts the defense in a really tough spot. They'll have to adjust to these types of motion plays going forward, because the more the offense can stretch you out, the more they can hit those vertical seams.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? 1st down. We're going to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Here's the 2nd down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
The Canes will have to kick it away. Hunter coming on for the 6th time tonight. returner brought down by that coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Keeping it on the ground here. Second down after that run on the previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He fires it down the middle. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Short throw complete to the tight end. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Grabbed by the receiver. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Third down upcoming after that completion. Out of the gun now on third down. Throws it to the right. Oh, and it's dropped by a normally very reliable receiver. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Boy, third down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And now they'll run it on the draw. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up. Going to hand this off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Out of the gun now on third down. Makes a quick catch. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Again, makes it second and medium. Here's the toss play. He's got the first and still going. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He gets loose. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. One quarter to decide who will win the national championship. Begin the quarter with a crucial play, often setting up for this third down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they convert on third down. Move the ball to the 36.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, I love a corner who has zero fear. It just puts his face in the fan when making a tackle. Touch passes like this are a real test for any defense to show what kind of discipline they have. And this corner identifies the play and then makes a nice play to get that tackle for a loss.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Third and very long. They may get 3 for 3 on third down conversions this drive.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. The lead remains 10 after that miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. And then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to chuck it again. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up.
But not before he gets first down yardage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Hurricanes looking to keep this drive rolling. Off the play fake on first down. Quick completion to the tight end. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for a safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. 7th play of this drive in the championship game. 3rd down and short. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Tries to right with a quick throw. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs. State offense comes back onto the field.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
Ball handed off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game. You got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Motion now from the tight end. Grinding away with the running game. Picks up the first, looking for more. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched. The line of scrimmage grip just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but there's no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll toss it to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They'll try to run it with the option. He'll hit you. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Receiver in motion now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? That's a design quarterback keeper. Slides to avoid the big hit. The Hurricanes come up to the line in the hurry up.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a big gain. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. He's looking to throw. Bringing pressure. He'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
The passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon or this one will be over.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Quarterback delivers quickly. A receiver on the screen. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Crucial 3rd down play after that completion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got a receiver wide open here. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Yeah, you simply cannot hit the quarterback like that. Red-handed. A crucial roughing the passer call has now set the offense up 1st and goal. Caught quickly. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, this defense coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Boy, it's a great job by the hands team. Expecting the onside kick in position. They were dialed in and pounced on the football.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Grinding away on the ground. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring it down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Try and muscle for the 1st down. It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The Buckeyes will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. A running play called on 4th down. And they pick up the 1st down at the 23, getting closer to the red zone. So they get the 1st down, and that could be the dagger this defense needed to stop right there. The offense can begin to think about celebrating.
What a gutsy call here by the head coach to go for this from 4th down with the lead late in the game. Give them all the credit for the execution. This game's not over, but the defense, the only chance they really have now is they got to rip that ball out and try to get a turnover.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes.